Ferguson Mitchell here with ESFI World, bringing you a recap of the GSL Season 4 semifinals. This week began with the ex-Brood War pro Rain, fresh off his OSL win over Last, clashing with the GSL's winningest player, the Game Genie Terran MVP. Rain began the day strong with a win on Whirlwind, utilizing his masterful micro to whittle down the Terran and eventually smash through the Marines and tanks with an overwhelming Colossus Zealot force. MVP wouldn't let the lead last, and in Game 2 played his typical style, using calculated aggression to take small advantages wherever he could. The incredible Miracle Terran eventually forced his way up into Rain's third base with a Bio Ball, and enough medevacs to withstand the Zealot Immortal composition of the Protoss, forcing the GG. With the match now tied, both players aimed for a standard Game 3, with both players macroing right to their desired mid-game tech. MVP attempted to attack with Stim Combat Shield Marines, but once Rain realized he had enough to defend, it turned into a counterattack. The SKT Protoss blinked on top of the Terran, killed some Marines, and forced MVP to fall back. MVP, realizing his disadvantage, decided to go all in, pulling SCVs and heading for the enemy natural. But Rain scouts this troop movement and cleverly force fields off his ramp, wasting precious mineral time and stalling until the first Colossus arrived. From there it was an easy fight as Rain claimed victory on Entombed Valley for his second win. MVP then went for a quick 3-base build on Antigua Shipyard, with Rain going 2-base Robo. The Protoss was able to trick MVP into overproducing Vikings, giving Rain an army an upgrade advantage. Despite this, MVP hit the Protoss natural in a decisive strike, killing the Colossus quickly and leaving the Stalkers out to dry with the Zealots trapped in the back. Rain fought back with High Templar and Storm, but MVP showed why he is widely seen as the best Terran in the world. The I Am Terran was able to snipe the Templar archives, and from there, it was all downhill for the defending Protoss, who could no longer lay down the AoE damage. MVP claimed Game 4 in a decisive fashion, bringing the series to a tense Game 5. Cloud Kingdom set the stage as MVP went for a fast expand while blocking the Protoss natural with an engineering bait. Rain wasted no time and dropped a Twilight Council and a Dark Shrine, planning on unleashing a Dark Templar attack on the unsuspecting Terran. MVP's game sense proved to be too sharp, and when the DTs began warping in, turrets were already in production in the Terran natural. Rain did manage decent damage, sneaking in SCV kills and delaying mining, but wasted a lot of gas in the process. MVP took advantage of the lost income and attacked into the Protoss natural, killing the defending army and taking a clutch Game 5 to advance to the finals. In the much-anticipated second match of the night, Team Liquid's Terran star TaeJa duked it out against the GSL newcomer and middle school graduate, the ever-interesting Zerg player StarTale Life. TaeJa began Game 1 on Abyssal City by skipping Hellions, leaving openings for Life's quick speedlings to make many effective run-bys. Life saw an opening and rolled in with Lings and Banelings, delivering a huge blow to TaeJa's economy, but TaeJa managed an effective counterattack, leaving Life economically impaired as well. Things were starting to look even, when Life caught a huge group of SCVs out of position, leaving TaeJa at a big disadvantage, which Life eventually capitalized on with a Ling Baneling Muta composition. After a Game 1 victory, the StarTale Zerg went for a 10 pull in Game 2, catching TaeJa unprepared and even getting Lings in his main despite a full wall-in. Things began to stabilize on Whirlwind when Life once again attempted a Ling Baneling attack, decimating the helpless Terran units. From there, Life played scrappy, making small trades, and killing off all of TaeJa's siege tanks, leaving him completely unprotected for the eventual pack of infestors that delivered the killing blow and the Game 2 win. On Entombed Valley, TaeJa opted to go for the safer route, playing defensive with a few Hellions for map control. Life noticed that TaeJa does not have siege mode complete and sent Lings and Banes flowing into the Terran third, killing many SCVs. Life began to realize just how large his lead was and made massive amounts of infestors and a few ultras to end the series, but gets reminded how good planetary fortresses are. Despite these bad trades, Life stayed ahead and eventually reached double the supply of the Terran, who was able to move out as the Zerg took half the map. It was a slow death for TaeJa as Life sent groups of infestors to bomb every base with infested Terrans to earn the GG and a well-earned spot in the finals of his first ever GSL. At the end of the semifinals, the 4-time GSL champion MVP will go on to face the 14-year-old Zerg protege and potential Royal Roader Life in the grand finals on October 20th at 1500 KST. That'll do it for the semifinals of Code S. Don't forget to check us out when we cover the grand finals. For more coverage and news around esports, find us on Twitter at ESFI and on the web at ESFIworld.com. Until then, this has been Ferguson Mitchell with the ESFI World.